Hi, my name is Noel, and I teach meditation as a universal practice. In our last video, we began to explore how children experienced and described the fruits of meditation. In this video, we continue to explore what the children said. So, here goes. The final theme for the children was that meditation makes you a kinder person. As well as nourishing their spirituality, helping them to discover their true self, who they really are in God. Many of the children also spoke of how they experienced meditation as a form of guidance, nudging them in the direction of acting responsibly and doing the right thing. Sophie, who was 8 years old, found meditation made her a kinder person. When I let go of the things that are bothering me, she said, it's like I've become a kinder person. If I've done unkind things to others, it makes me realize that's not who I am. Meditation makes me kinder, and I go and say sorry. Jason, who was 12, described his sense that meditation was, as he said, pushing me in the direction of my inner person, towards what I should be. Meditation, he said, feeds you in a spiritual way because it helps you to think about the person you should be. So meditation seemed to give children access to an inner wisdom, an inner truth, and they allow themselves to be guided by it. This suggests to me that they were able to access an inner dynamism that guided them towards more authentic living, towards more meaningful relationship with themselves, others, and God. Aideen, who was 11, described this inner drive as my inner I, a concept she had learned from Wordsworth's poem, I Wandered Lonely as a Cloud. Grace, who was 9, described it in terms of honesty. Meditation, she said, helps you to be honest with yourself and to be honest with your friends and everyone around you. Because if you're not honest with yourself, you can't be honest with anyone else. And she went on to say, when I'm talking to God, I can be honest, the most honest I want to be. I don't have to pretend or hide anything from anyone when I'm in meditation. The subtle language of the children reveals how meditation seems to lead them to a kind of insightful knowledge, which seems to come from nowhere, but which they attribute to the practice of meditation. It's not that they've come to a conclusion having carefully considered the pros and cons of a situation and worked out what is best for them when faced with a challenge or a dilemma. Instead, it's as if they're inspired to respond rather than react, as if somehow deep within the psyche, they have come to understand which response a particular situation calls for, and they are inspired to act on that. Although it may seem paradoxical, it seems that the practice of self-forgetfulness, which we do in meditation, actually leads to a growing sense of self-responsibility and the capacity to act on that. From the examples quoted in this video, it is clear that the children did not merely experience spiritual nourishment as a fruit of meditation, but it went on to impact on their daily lives. Meditation somehow guided them to make better decisions. It made them kinder and more appreciative of the point of view of others and inspired them to be the best person they could be. This can be interpreted as a deep desire to live out the values of the true self, which they discerned deep within themselves, however obscurely. I'd like to finish by referring to a very rich metaphor used by Jason, who was 12. He described meditation as being like a map. He said, meditation pulls you. Meditation is like a map, and the destination is who you really are. And it's pointing you in directions towards the destination, which is your inner person. And it makes you want to be a better person than you are now. It's pulling you towards being a better person. Now, I think in many ways that single metaphor summarizes the 4 fruits of meditation that the children described. That metaphor captures beautifully the journey from the head to the heart, from an egocentric way of seeing to a God-centered way, from a focus on the egoic self to seeing the world from the perspective of the true self. It captures beautifully how meditation nourishes the spirit and inspires us towards contemplative action, towards living life with ever greater authenticity, impelling the individual to search for truth and to live by what he or she finds. It captures the essence of what very many of the children were pointing to, that meditation gives rise to a deep inner experience, a search for ultimate meaning and value, for an authentic compass to guide how they engage with the world and all of their relationships, with themselves, one another, all of creation, and the source of all. The children found the fruits that we have been describing. They found they arose from their practice of meditation. They discovered their true nature, overflowing goodness and kindness, was like a seed buried deep inside them. Now, seeds need the right conditions before they take root and grow and blossom. Garden seeds need earth and moisture and the heat of the sun. Then, when it's time for the seed to grow, it will happen. The seed doesn't have to do anything. It just has to be itself and let itself grow. Meditation helps the seeds of goodness and kindness, which are deep within us, to take root and grow, and over time to blossom. We have to let go of doing and simply be. We let go of all thought and simply be ourselves. And now, to experience this truth for yourself, I invite you to sit in the stillness and silence of meditation for the next 10 or 12 minutes. And please do try to set aside that time each day for meditation.